What's up guys, MMAGAME here bringing you another video. This video is going to be about EA Sports UFC, and if you guys have not watched my past couple videos, there has been a new patch released for EA Sports UFC, an update basically changing some of the gameplay features, and the biggest feature that the patch has actually changed to the game is the stamina. Now, the patch also did other things, but they didn't really affect the actual gameplay as much. They're more added things, like cool things like finish the fight and the sprawl position, but the stamina change is the real big one. So I'm just gonna basically go through and give you guys as many tips as I can after this patch has changed the gameplay, because I know a lot of people are having trouble with these changes and they feel like now they're not winning as much or now they're losing more. And trust me, the exact same thing happened to me. But the thing is, guys, is you have to adapt. Again, you have to be water. If the gameplay changes, you have to change with the gameplay. So if you have been losing a little bit more after the patch, this is the video for you guys. I'm going to try to put as many tips as I can. So here we go. First tip right off the bat, guys, that I'm seeing, and this is direct from what I'm seeing on ranked online red belt division fights. Guys, if you are in the guard position bottom post-patch, the biggest thing you can take away from this video is do not try to sweep. It's as simple as that. Do not try to sweep. The sweep in the post-patch is not a viable option, and I'll tell you why. Basically, they changed the sweep denial. So basically what they did is made it extremely easy. It's so easy to deny it that it's basically pointless to even attempt. And here's why. If you attempt it and miss, which is going to be 99% of the time, you're going to wind up getting hit in the face about 3 or 4 times. And it's just not worth it. You know, your best bet is to just stay in guard, block your head, and try to get them off. Either try to kick them off or try to get the ref to stand it up. But it is just not a viable option post-patch to attempt sweeps, so just don't do it, because people are getting knocked out left and right just for the simple fact that I don't think they know that anything's been changed. So I want to get that out there. Guys, if you're in the guard bottom, just block your head, and do not go for the sweeps, because it's just not going to happen. I mean, maybe people are getting swept in the red belt division, but I haven't seen it. I think I've seen maybe 3 sweeps ever, either me sweeping them or me getting sweep in the post-patch. So it's very difficult to do. So yeah, no sweeps. That's the first tip. Tip number 2, the striking. Guys, you have to watch your stamina even more. So if you're trying to get that extra bit of power, let your stamina go up. You will get that extra bit of power. If you want to defend, if you're trying to defend and you want your block to be working better, you have to have more stamina and your block will work better. And the opposite applies. Obviously, less stamina, the less power. Less stamina, the less blocking power. So it's all about stamina. And guys, remember, you can't, when you get punched when you're blocking, both players lose stamina, the guy throwing the punch and the person blocking. So you got to be offensive too, and it's a very good mix. I think EA has got a good mix of defense and offense. People are saying it needs to be tweaked a little bit. Yeah, it can be tweaked a little, but for the most part, I think it's a very good initial patch to really set the right tone for the type of fights with the accelerated clock. I think they did a very great job with that. So guys, remember, when you're blocking, you're going to lose stamina when they're hitting you too. So if they're throwing, they're taking the overall stamina down if they land. If they miss, then they're just taking their own stamina down. So with that being said, you gotta want to try to make your opponent miss more. You want to try to bob and weave. You don't want to get hit as much, basically. So it's more, the stand-up is a lot more strategic. You can't just kind of wade in and throw bombs. You kind of got to look and move and jump in, jump out, and really kind of get hit less than you hit them, basically, is the overall strategy. And then watch your stamina at the same time. And, you know, set up shots, set up combos, practice different combos, 3-4 punch combos, and string them together, because a lot of people don't expect combos to actually come. So when you do start kind of putting together combos like 1, 2, 3, 4, it really throws people off. And guys, it's going to be really good for your stand-up game to incorporate combos, because I do see a lot of people throwing 1 to 3 strikes total in matches, and those strikes usually involve the lunging body kick with John Jones, your close-in elbows that they throw, and basically the spinning back kick to the body. And that's their main arsenal. So guys, I know the better players this isn't the case, but to the newer, not as skilled players, you want to be more diverse with your strikes, because you're never going to be able to beat a top player by using like a spam technique or the same kick over and over, because the better player will recognize it and they will be able to really capitalize on when you do those. So you want to be mix it up more. Don't just be predictable with a couple strikes. And that is tip number 2, is with the stand-up, just overall couple different tips. Tip number 3, I'd have to say tip number 3 in general, just a general tip, is go for the finish, guys. I don't know what it is about my style or what it is, but I seem to get, when it goes to decisions, it just doesn't usually go well. It doesn't matter if I think I've been beating them or what, it just doesn't go well. So in the words of Dana White himself, do not leave it in the hands of the judges. At least that's a tip from me. Try as hard as you can, whether that be submission, knockout, TKO. Unless you are absolutely sure that you have this decision win, then definitely go for the finish. And here's another reason why you should go for the finish, especially in the red belt division. And this is what I've been really more paying attention to, is online ranked on this game is based on points. And the way it's set up is there's a title at the end of the season. Each season you get points for each win. If you get a decision win, you only get 2 points. And the other guy gets a point for losing the decision. So by going for the finish, you're getting to that belt that much faster. You're getting an extra point. You're getting 3 points instead of 2 points. And that's actually pretty big in the season. So that's the other reason why it's not a good idea to go for decisions as much. I mean, I do get decision wins and decision losses a lot, but for the most part, I try to go for the 3 points or no points. That's basically my general idea, but you can't always do that. In some fights, they do turn into wars, and it's just going to decision. You know, both guys get gas, and there's no power behind anything, or someone gets taken down, and that's just going to be a decision fight. And those are all the tips I could think of today. I try to cram as many as I possibly could into this video. I will be doing another tip video, as long as you guys let me know you enjoyed it with the like. Also in the comments, leave any tips you guys have for anyone else in the comments, or questions you may have, and I will do my very best to answer all those. And I hope you enjoyed this one. Till next time, this has been MMA Game, Twitch TV and Twitter. Peace!